why do we price off of comps? Why don't we just get appraisers to, like, if the loan's always going to be contingent on the appraisal, then what's the point of pricing it above or below? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, as a realtor, so you can get your appraisal certification as a realtor. So you can, learn how an appraiser views properties when they're doing their report. They're hired by the lender. And so when they're hired by the lender, they get a copy of that sales contract. And it's not the appraiser or the agent, the realtor, who dictates the value of the home. It's the market. Kind of goes back to what I said earlier. Like, if a house is on the market listed for $300, but we're getting multiple offers for $320, well, the market is dictating that home is worth $320. Okay, so I would say that is fair. But the appraiser doesn't know that they had multiple offers for $320. The appraiser is only looking at past sales. That's the only thing that they're looking. They're not looking at active or pending or contingent. They're looking at past sales. So they have a bit of control in this, the home values in a market. Whether or not I agree with that or not, And
basically all of those other offers they'd have to come up with some sort of more cash down or something, because you're just not going to get a loan for anything above what an appraiser is going to give you.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of checks and balance where, I guess appraisers in some sense kind of keep the market steady. If a home just sold last month for a certain price down the road and this month it's like $20,000 more, well, why? It's the same exact house, so they look at these sales, but I don't know. I mean, you never know. All appraisals, they look at things differently, and that's why I really like the VA appraisals, because they have the Tidewater where they do reach out to the agents and they kind of help make the number work. They help try to find those comps.
I like that approach. That makes a lot of sense, because a traditional appraisal, they'll just look at what they think and what they view in the market. But if they can talk to you and everyone else, they're like, well, this is why this is more valuable because of X, Y, Z. That makes a lot of sense. That's getting input from local realtors kind of makes sense.
They should know the market better than anyone. And I would just mention too, like sometimes they should. But some appraisers, like some people will have a appraisal done on their home, whether they're refining or they're just curious. Anyone could order an appraisal. That when a homeowner orders an appraisal for a refi or just peace of mind, that is not the same appraisal as when a lender is buying a house and they have appraisal. Not that it's not the same report and process and system, but there's no one buying it. Like it's
the risk.
It's just an appraiser coming out. They're not getting a contract to see what a purchase price of the home is. They're just straight up coming out and saying, yeah, this house could be worth, I don't know, $3 million, whatever. It looks great. But when it's ordered from a lender and there's a purchase price on the contract that it says it's $900,000 or whatever, then the appraiser knows, like, they have parameters now. They kind of know what they're looking for. And
their loyalty is sort of to the lender, right?
They're hired through the appraisal management company, and they have to cover themselves, and there some may be more conservative, other may be more, a little liberal. But like my grandmother, she has a condo in Naples, and my grandfather passed, so the condo's in a trust. So they had to have an appraisal done for the trust, okay? Because the children are the condo's in the trust, and the children now own the trust. So they had to have an appraisal company come out. So the lady came out, and she appraised the condo for $335. Okay. I'm like, all right, great. It's good to know what they appraise it for. So my grandma puts it on the market, and I help her find an agent in the area. And we listed it right around like $339. Well, she's getting offers for $300, $305, $310. She's like, but it appraised for $335. I'm not selling it for less than that. Well, Grandma, it's a lot different when you order an appraisal yourself, just kind of for the trust, for a legal matter, versus buyers, they're dictating what the home is worth, not the appraiser. So they're saying if you're getting 10 offers at 310, that's probably what the condo's worth, not 335. So it's again, it kind of goes back to the educating thing.